Hi everyone. I'd like to read another piece from Idries Shah Remembered. And the piece that I've selected and that I've called The Foibles of Society was written by one of my father's great friends. He was a very, very unusual man, and his name was Russell Page. This is how it goes. A week or two ago, I got into conversation with a man at a social event in central London who said he was well acquainted with an Afghan thinker and Sufi named Idries. He waxed lyrical about this Idries, claiming that they were closely connected and were evidently on first-name terms. Although the man who had buttonholed me was well-dressed and equally well-spoken, I deduced at once that he was a fraud. Because, as anyone who knows Idries Shah will tell you, no one, not even his wife, refers to him by his first name, Idries. He's known as Shah by one and all. Idries Shah, whose name is in actual fact a title, one of many he bears, Shah meaning king, is directly descended from the Prophet Muhammad. To say that his lineage is remarkable is a severe understatement, for it continues far into the dawn of humanity. Indeed, he was offered the slot by the Guinness Book of Records as the oldest traceable ancestral tree in existence, but turned the accolade down. In the years that I have known Shah, I have always felt that I have not really known him at all. Or rather, the more I have listened to him, spoken with him, and been in his company, the more I have found myself fascinated by him. I will do my best to try to explain. These days, those of us who travel widely are introduced to all kinds of people in all kinds of places. We meet at formal lunches and dinners, at lectures, at academic retreats, and in the homes of others as well. Much of the time, the people we encounter do their best to reveal as much of themselves to one as they can, with the desperate hope of impressing one. The result, of course, is that one is bored by such people. From the first moment that Sayyid Idries Shah entered my own orbit, I was transfixed by him. Transfixed by his elegance and his overt power, transfixed by his gentleness and by his curiosity, and transfixed by all he thought and said. We tend to liken things and people to icebergs, the bulk remaining invisible below the waterline, and as if using that analogy, Shah is the ultimate iceberg. He is as mysterious as he is celebrated. Every time I meet him, he is in the company of people I have not met before. Some of them are terrifically famous in their own right, but most are absolutely unknown. And my own impression is that Shah prefers ordinary people because they are, as he described it to me, less damaged by the trials and tribulations of celebrity. One day last summer, I was invited down to the large Regency home in Kent, where Shah lives with his wife, Kashfi, and his 3 young children. The house was the childhood home of Lord Robert Baden-Powell, as well as a residence of a Yugoslav prince and princess, and more recently of the Vesti family. Well appointed and giving on to magnificent gardens with a splendid ancient yew and ha-ha, it is as fine a country home as one could hope to find within an hour's train ride from London. Shah and I took tea together in the main drawing room, and I told him about my recent projects at PepsiCo on the other side of the Atlantic. Shah was particularly interested in the way that our American friends do things over there and asked me a great many questions relating to manner and behavior. I receive more and more letters from Americans, he told me, and I'm intrigued by the massive knowledge they have at their fingertips and by the fact that they appear uninterested with studying the material. When I mentioned that I had taken Concorde to New York, Shah responded thus: "That aeroplane," he said, "is surely a symbol of the foibles of society as a whole." I asked him how. "Well," said Shah, draining his tea, Everyone seems to be in great need of faster and faster lives and newer contrivances to fill those lives, while at the same time they don't pause to consider the tried and tested marvels that already exist, especially the marvels in thinking from ancient civilization, the kind which are all around them, honed and primed and ready to be used. From the early 1960s, when I met Shah, everyone wanted his attention. Anyone else would have been angry at the relentless stream of people who beat a path to his door. But Idries Shah was exceptionally gracious, offering as much time as his busy schedule could afford.